Can you imagine how offended Lewis would be if he'd ever listened to half the stuff that we'd said?
Hello! Give me all your drugs.
Is this extortion?
Yes, it's cheaper than Disneyland.
I think this is going to be like the Fire Festival. Like, I mean, if you ever watch like NASCAR,
No.
I don't care about anything.
It's recording?
It is.
Is this thing on?
It is on.
Go.
I don't
Ladies and
know.
gentlemen,
Fuck
if
yourself.
you're wondering why this is such an odd way for us to start an episode, it's because we're all in the
one
same
room.
one
Finishing each other's
room.
sentences.
We are all together. In fact, I'm going to film this as I say it. We are all in
Here he is. Look, this is video
one
proof. Hello, everyone.
studio.
Hello.
Hi, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to Idiots of F1.
Live from Sydney.
Sydney.
Sydney. The winner is Sydney.
He said shit on me.
So we are now up to episode 29. One episode from the milestone. Welcome,
are you?
everyone. I'm great. I'm really excited that we're headed to Brazil. We're not headed to Brazil. Yeah, the F1 is headed
We'd be
to
late.
Brazil.
What is the flight time to Brazil? I don't think we'd make... Oh, no, it's only Wednesday.
Yeah, we'd make it. We'd arrive tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Backwards? No.
Yes,
They're forward
they're
enough.
yesterday.
Fuck. Yeah.
New Zealand's the only country ahead of us.
Oh, there you go.
That's where the timeline doth start.
Doth start. There you go.
Now,
education again.
Ev, Brazil, one of your favourites? You should probably start playing with the mic because that's going to really bug me.
First of all,
Unplug it.
don't tell me what to do. Yeah, Brazil. What's not to like about Autodrome Fuji Brazil? What's it called?
Not
that. Autodrome Jose Carlos Pache. Is it Pache? I'm sure it's not Pace, right?
That's a very good question.
Jose Carlos Pache, let's say it is. I apologise for all the
pace
Portuguese.
race.
No way, Jose.
Well, it's one of my favorite. I didn't really know much about the track until I obviously started watching F1. But man, it's certainly
love
fun
it.
to drive in
love
the
it.
game. Like it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hard.
It's the
but so
only.
fast.
It's the only race where I feel
Counterclockwise.
like I could beat
Boom.
Evan in the game. It's the
Yeah,
only one
okay.
where I have confidence enough that as long as I don't fuck the first corner,
I
which
don't know
I'll
why
usually
you
fly.
think this, but
Yeah.
sure.
But
Yeah.
it's also those corners,
wholly
obviously. Like it's a
inaccurate.
pretty classic design of a long, essentially a straight, then and like an L shape, then turn, slow all the way back, and then. But one little mistake on those tight turns, you touch that grass, that's game over. Unless you're Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen, your race is essentially over.
It was at Brazil that this was one of the races that Lewis took Alex Albon out on,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was
that was the
in
end of
Austria.
his. That was the end of his Red Bull F1 career, I
Yeah.
believe. It was
Yes.
thereabouts.
Although he did say while he was in Vegas this week that everyone did recognize him. They didn't know his name, but they did recognize him from the Netflix series
Hey.
Drive to Survive.
Your mum's the one that sells
Did
the
you see the
handbag.
car with the light underneath?
Oh,
The neons, I loved
so
it.
Vegas. Why didn't Red Bull do that?
I don't know.
Well, media ban.
They were busy false advertising the sound of the F1 cars by using an older car that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you watched the video.
No, I didn't. I missed
it. There was a lot of video of them just doing donuts, but they did drive down the strip quite fast, and it was the old V8. So it was a huge amount of noise. And if you don't know F1, you're possibly assuming that that's what the race is going to
Did you say it was an audio record? Like, as in, like, they were in the actual old... It was V10,
Well, yeah,
wasn't it?
as a-
Not
Sorry,
V8.
V10. Sorry, V10.
Yeah,
It
so
was,
they-
he was driving. I think it was Sergio was driving the V8. Sorry, V10.
What, through the casino?
No. Down the strip, they cut.
Oh, I saw that casino
I saw.
thing,
I saw.
yeah.
That's
saw
what
that.
I saw. Was
Yeah.
through the casino, and I was like, "Can you imagine being in that casino and that fucking roared through?" Yeah, you're talking about your wedding decibel limits at playing.
well, I
Imagine
don't-
that.
I don't think Vegas
Low
have any
ceilings.
sound
Oh.
limits.
Yeah.
They don't have
Oh.
any spend limits. They don't
Can
have
I
any
ask,
price limits.
because we
Yes.
haven't actually got to talking about the episode, but were they all in Vegas because it's a year to Vegas? What was the...
It's the launch party for Vegas.
It's
Which
just
someone
1 year
said
long.
Seemed odd, seeing as it's at least a year away.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But I get why they're doing it. You generally, because it's new, they want it to be the biggest and most expensive thing. Tickets have just gone on sale.
Well, we're gonna
What
talk
better
about that?
way? Yeah, we will. What better way to get people excited? We can actually start with that and what's Verstappen if you like.
Well, go on.
Let's-
but just before you do dive into tickets being on sale, Melbourne GP tickets go on sale in 2 weeks.
yeah, everyone in Australia, pay attention. Just give us.
No,
a minute to
don't pay
buy out.
attention.
Yeah, they go on
I
sale
see.
December 14 in Australia.
Yeah,
for
December
Royal.
14. Do not go online
Actually,
looking
no,
for tickets
if
before
you
then.
listen to us, we want you to be there. We want you to be there wearing our merch, telling everyone about us.
If you're listening to us, we want you to pay for us to be there. So if you could just sort that out, that would be
You
great.
just call 1-800 Digby.
Yeah.
Hello
there,
yeah,
you've
that would be
reached
great.
Digby.
Okay, so yeah.
So,
Basically,
Vegas.
it's a shorter episode today. We're going to go through what's Verstappen, basically talking about the week that has been, get Ev and Oli's thoughts on a few subjects. There hasn't been too much in the news other than pretend news. There's been a bit of pretend, like, this is what Daniel Ricciardo's going to do next year.
Outrage.
He has said he doesn't know what he's going to do.
Marco Helmet says this.
Marco Helmet claims spying. It's like there's just a lot of headlines.
Yeah.
But there is some interesting stuff which didn't have demanding headlines, which are actually quite interesting, which we'll talk about. We will then return to Haas. You've been paying attention.
Oh, have I got one for you two
I
today?
cannot wait. I'm ahead 15-13. What do you think about that, Ev?
Don't I have to win all this?
Well, that depends.
Oh, there you go.
That depends on what
Isn't that what
happens today.
We have to at least win this
Got
one.
low
and the
blood
next
sugar
one.
right now,
I think
so-
we've
Or
got
does
3
he?
episodes left.
Oh.
4 episodes maybe. You still got time, mate.
There will
Let's
always be
just
enough
say
episodes.
you could even it up today.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that
but he
mean?
Can't. He definitely can't even it up today because that would be unfair.
No, it wouldn't be
It's just-
because I can make it up on the
there you
spot.
go.
No, you
There
can.
you
Anyway,
go.
stay
what-
tuned. Stay tuned to the end of the episode.
You
Or
guess you
just
wanna-
skip ahead.
Yeah. In fact, skip ahead right now to about 45 minutes. And then we'll talk about Brazil. Got a little bit of history of the Brazil GP, and we'll give our predictions because God knows if you want
When was
to
the
know
last time
what
we did
not
Ollie's
to do.
odds?
We did it for Mexico. Did it?
Was that the episode I missed?
No, you were there for.
No, we did Mexico preview. I missed
you did
Mexico review.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I pretended to be you and did.
No,
if
Ev
Ollie-
did. Ev did
Oh,
for some reason.
that's right.
Actually, I haven't brought that up with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ollie's.
I actually cut a
Am
few
I
of those out.
nasally? Like, what's happened there?
No,
Where
that's
did that?
just, it was just him.
This is
That's
me being
the only voice that he has. That's the non-Evan voice.
I was on the spot.
It took me a while to figure out what he was doing at the start of the episode.
Well, I
me
was
a while
like-
to figure out what
I was like,
doing as
fuck,
well.
have I got a cold or something? Like, when did I become... Like, I don't like listening
Why
to
is that
myself.
such an accurate representation of my
Oh,
voice?
Marge, everyone sounds different on tape. Yeah, so obviously we are where it's at when it comes to F1 predictions. I think we've got about 2 races.
I haven't got
straight.
one right since round 3.
Yeah, I think I got 1 podium right,
You did.
And
You got the
that's
full...
about
You got
Yeah,
the,
I got a full
the
podium.
trifecta, baby.
but never basically do the opposite of what we say to
Yeah.
do, which I think you already know to do.
Yeah. Hey, before we get stuck in, if you're looking very sharp, what have you been doing? I mean,
Straight
you've
from
even
the other side.
ironed your shirt. Well, I mean, it was. Maybe.
Definitely has an iron shirt.
It was ironed when I bought it.
Yeah.
It is.
Where have you rolled in from? You do look very sharp.
Nowhere.
Oh.
No.
Just his
The
travelling
smooth operator
around.
that is
Just
Evan Locke, the
normal.
voice
This
of
is my,
F1.
This is my base level. I'm hungover, actually. If anything, I'm low.
Ollie's in a Levi's set of jeans and Levi's t-shirt and a blazer, looking very sport casual.
Yeah.
Which is appropriate for your job. And I'm sitting here in a dashing The Idiots of F1 t-shirt.
But you look. I like your fingernails. I get to see them this
Yeah,
week.
so
I mean, they've chipped away.
They're chipping out, but Nat has decided that we shall reapply.
Oh,
People, I've been getting.
you're
This is how
literally
it
laddering
begins.
back up to the
This
stereotypes
is how
of
it
like,
begins.
I dress Digby. I tell him what to
Yeah.
wear. Yeah. Nat, how
Hey,
do you
well,
feel
if
about
your
that? You're not
girlfriend-
here for
if
comment.
Your girlfriend finds it attractive, you must be doing something right.
No, you look cool. I like it. I said to you last week when I saw it
Kinda
in the
used to
videos.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to
It fits your. I like the cut of your jib.
Goes.
All you need to do is just sit on your hand to make it go numb, and you'll be ready to go.
That's a Saturday night with them. All right, well, let's get on with it. This is What's Verstappen. I really wanted to write a jingle for What's Verstappen this year. I never did it.
You and I had lots of conversations about all these things that we were going to do, and writing jingles for our segments was definitely up there.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Diggs produced the track at the start of this, which
yeah.
is great fun. I don't think we
You know,
ever
I
actually explained
I
that.
actually forgot about that.
Yeah. You just kind of
well,
mucked it up one day and you sent it through, and I'm like, oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Make it
and
happen.
I always planned on doing more with it.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
next year.
It was for those who do listen to the intro every week.
And you should, because it's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's always funny. We always take the best bits. Basically, if you just listen to the opening of the podcast. That's it in a nutshell. You don't actually have to listen.
Well, you know what you're in for.
Yeah.
And there have been some episodes when I think cock has been dropped or fuck usually
Definitely
gets
in the
dropped
first,
in pretty
10,
early.
When you're editing, you just there's heaps of swearing.
Yeah. I loved it. I loved it. When I was editing, it was like, nah, I'm going hard on this.
Wasn't it Jamie, your wife, who was like, could you maybe take out some?
No. I think it might have been Lydia on Twitter.
Hi, Lydia.
Yeah. In fact, hi Lydia. I think even Lydia mentioned again, and love the comments. Always got lovely comments, mate. But said we missed Ollie in this episode. However, I did note that the swearing wasn't as bad. I didn't realise that I had a swearing problem, but
it's not a problem unless you think it is a problem, right?
Is that how that works?
Well, I mean, swearing,
thrown to you here for comment.
doesn't hurt anyone really. It's not like a drinking problem.
Oh yeah, it can be offensive.
Yeah, I guess if that's like your thing, but we're not swearing at somebody.
Yeah, I mean, your drinking problem doesn't offend me.
Well, that's the thing. Hopefully, I drink to function. So that's not true.
Just to clarify, he's not an alcoholic, and it's okay
relative.
for anybody that is. Like you do you.
More out of a fear of getting fat than anything. Well, am I allowed to say that? Unfit. More out of a fear of getting unfit.
We're not fat shaming because you're
I'm not
talking
fat
about
shaming,
you.
but I have to take my shirt off sometimes on stage, and I like to think...
Yes, we saw a lot of photos on Instagram.
You don't have to take your shirt off, by the way.
I do, Ev. It's demanded, but I like...
demanded. Take it off.
When you're on stage, when you're on stage and you're shirtless, you look way more out of shape than you probably are because you're used to seeing unrealistic kind of standards. So it's like you have to. I feel like I have to be in an unrealistic
Look at you. You're like implementing societal issues of where we stand as a society on, Photoshop and
I hate
body
Photoshop.
imaging.
I hate when people
yeah.
Well, it's not so bad for guys actually. Guys don't get a lot of that.
Bullshit.
Not compared to girls, man. You go through girls' Instagram ads and things. It's like. And it's not just encouraging them to lose weight; it's lying about losing weight.
Oh yeah,
Drink this tea, and your stomach will be flat in 6 weeks. No, it won't. It won't.
I read something unbelievably fascinating. I can't remember where I read it. I don't even know if it was me that read it or if I read somebody that had read it. But talked about how looking back on some proper cultural studies and proper societal research to understand like big issues, and they were talking about. Oh, I was on a podcast actually. They were talking about how like. They studied women that read these magazines, like fuck knows what they are,
Vogue and
stuff like that, and that like their level of happiness and satisfaction would drop substantially from pre to post reading it. So these magazines that are built to kind of aspire, and they actually have such a big impact on confidence and self-worth and just like, and again, this is why I hate social media too, because it establishes this world that isn't realistic.
Well, I didn't realize how much people used filters, say like on Snapchat. Nat uses Snapchat to talk to her friends at work, and they always have to have a
like 6-second videos.
Just like this
is a really important work message. Bye.
But they have filters, and I'm like, you're gonna get used to. Girls get used to the filter. Guys get used to the filter if they're using them. You get used to a filter, then you take that filter away, and it's like you don't like
just black and white everything.
Yeah,
everything looks good.
Ev's
given me a few sticks in the last few years over my black and white photography.
I've missed your
Hashtag blessed.
photography.
I know.
Everyone out there, did you know Oliver is an accomplished photographer?
It's been a long time.
He should be. When we go to the Australian Grand Prix, we'll get him to take lots of photos.
I've shook his confidence.
What did you do?
No,
just used to give me shit. No, I haven't. I haven't used the camera in a long time.
Love them.
Yeah, that's probably where we reconnected about. I would say that would be about 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, you started posting heaps. I really like them. I'm a big fan of photography, though.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's get into F1. Enough about
so much for being a short episode.
And obviously, Ev, an amazing musician. Anything else that we've missed?
Hey, can we put another track on the end of this episode?
Sure.
Yep, yours today?
No, we'll do Ev.
Okay,
one of Ev's.
Ev, you want to nominate a song, or we'll just pick one for you, mate?
You can go with the song Scorpio. That was my single.
There you go. Scorpio. I'll get you to give
He stings you with his dreams.
Right, well then we'll ask you at the end of the episode to explain it in 20 seconds because we know how good you are at keeping the time.
Well, let's move on to what's Verstappen. Again, here we go. So first,
take 17.
we're not going to go too long on each of these subjects. We'll keep it like the what's Verstappening format, but we'll maybe keep it to a minute, not 20 seconds.
Or you're going to time us?
Lydia doesn't have that much time, you guys.
Anyway, sustainable Sebastian. Sebastian Vettel had firmly slams Formula One for taking so long to work on sustainability. He believes the organisation has taken too long to take steps and hopes for change. He stated, I think 2026 is too late to see it as pioneering. Synthetic fuels already exist, so why wait another 4 years? It's too busy just trying to expand the brand. I find it a bit embarrassing. E10 has been available for more than a decade, and I see synthetic fuels as more of a bridging technology. Gents, should F1 be moving faster towards sustainability and forget about expanding their product, or is it steady as she goes and they're doing the right thing in the right amount?
Am I up first?
Let's go, Ollie.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. 4 years is a long time away. Everybody's out there and again, we're not going to jump on here and talk about whether or not we're climate deniers or anything. Like, everybody's entitled to their own perspective, but climate change deniers. But, yeah, everyone's saying we have to act now, and we're talking about the potential of doing it in 4 years' time. I love that we were speaking about this at the beginning of the year and highlighted why are they going from one side of the country, one side of the world to the other, and then back to the other side of the world, and then they come out and say, we're going to readdress that and we're going to do some, scheduling, and then it's like, no, it's actually not that different, and you've still got teams flying in between races. So, yeah, I think Seb's right. He came out a couple of weeks ago and said it's actually more sustainable to go back to the old V10s.
Really?
Yeah. There was something about using synthetic fuel in that, and that would be better than... So, yeah, again, he's probably right in suggesting that their priorities are about growing the brand, and I've got a massive problem in general with kind of sport washing and what's going on. We spoke a little bit about what's going on in Qatar at the moment last week, but... Yeah, F1 have got this amazing platform, and obviously the drivers can use that as a platform. But let's not fuck about here. They're in the game of making money, and It's a profitability business at the end of the day. And so, as long as we're seen to be taking action and talking about taking to action, then as far as majority people care, that's enough. And let's not forget too, their carbon policy that they released a couple of months ago, and we spoke about it in one of the pods, was for carbon net zero, not carbon zero.
Yeah.
Right? So
and that fooled you initially,
it did fool me. I had to really unpack it, and I thought, oh, you fucked me. You got me here.
Yeah.
Because, I thought
marketing.
that it meant like they were carbon zero, but no, that it was an offsetting program. And again, that's by 2030, which, to be honest with you,
it's a long way away.
It's a long way away. So they're not doing enough, and Seb's right. However, Seb, you've been in F1 for a long time, and you could have pulled out of any of these races and made a stand for any principle that was genuinely of value. But
we also have discussed that it can sometimes you could argue that he uses his platform for good, so he's on his way out anyway. All right, Ev.
Ooh, I'm confused as to
do you think...
What do you mean about the brand, that they're growing the brand?
He's saying they should spend less time growing their brand and expanding around the world and spend more time focusing on making the racing more sustainable.
You can do both of those things at the same time.
Very, very good point, Ev.
I don't know why they would need to do one and not the other.
I think his point was stop being so busy worrying about getting more audience and start worrying about making it more sustainable first.
I don't care about any of this. I really don't.
True, but now
either do,
Really? You don't care?
Either have like a V1, wouldn't be a V then, I suppose. It'd be a V2. Have it as a motorcycle engine and just use E10 or use whatever it is, and have the puniest, thank you, whatever, and then or go to V10s and.
But why don't you just?
And I want I want the fuel they use for the rocket. Like the NASA, like hydrogen.
Oh,
I
sure.
want the cars bellowing smoke. But yeah, it's one or the other. You don't give me E10 and like a whiny V6 engine.
It doesn't matter what they do with the cars because they travel around the world everywhere.
Yeah, right.
They spend a fortune. And,
I don't know what?
They spend a fortune on taking jumbo jets full of cars and full of logistics.
I don't care about any of this.
Yeah.
And then you got $1 billion.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Saudi Arabia or something, and like, what do you? You
don't care about the impact on the environment, or you don't care about F1's approach to it? I might just get some.
I don't know if I'm allowed to cross this. I've just become entirely pessimistic about we've had in the past, in the 20th century, we had the potato famine in Ireland, and then we had the Dust Bowl in America.
God. This is getting way too intense.
There's environment's quite easy to throw off kilter, and I think we just,
We got to climb
if
it
you have a
anyway.
global meeting, which happened this week, just to talk about, well, when are we going to book in the next talk? Like,
Yeah. So you're just sick of the
I like
talk.
the guy. There's an Australian guy who's one of our richest people, and he's Gen X, I think, and he's young enough to be like, well, why don't I just buy AGL, like Australian Gas, and then just turn off the power
You're talking
stations?
about the owner of
Yeah,
Atlassian,
yeah.
Mike Cannon-Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'll just turn them off. And
Yeah.
like, I'll do that. Why don't I just do that?
love it.
And I'm
Love
like,
it.
that's the only way that it
Yeah,
will
yeah.
ever work
Yeah.
instead of waiting for conservative politicians to.
All right.
Yeah.
So you more. Yeah, I get it. You're sick of it all. All right. There
Right,
you go. So
okay.
no, fuck it.
So you heard it here, Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah.
Just let him.
You're
get on
welcome,
with it.
Seb.
Yeah.
Thanks for your service.
Put that in your exhaust and smoke it. Or don't smoke it because it's electric.
your choice.
You want electric, right? So, or whatever. Sustainable. So, okay, let's move on. Formula fading fast. F1 CEO Stefano Dominicelli
Yeah.
has downplayed any suggestion that the early resolution of the 2022 World Championship and Drivers' Championship battle will impact interest in the final races, stating that Abu Dhabi has already sold out and there's plenty going on in the fight for the best of the rest and the mid-pack. Ferrari and Mercedes are almost neck and neck as we see Lewis climb his way back to the top, and the rivalry between McLaren and Alpine still may have some life left yet. Is it all over, fellas? Or if not, who are we focusing on for these last two races, Ollie?
Well, he's not
That's having
going
a good laugh.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to come out and say, "Oh, don't bother watching anymore." Anyone like the season's over. Max has won it. Red Bull have won it. There's nothing to tune in for. Fuck the broadcast. Fuck the ticket sales.
Sure, but is it
Yeah.
that, or does he have a good point? Like, is there
It's
something
not- of
worth
course,
watching?
But this is, and we spoke about
let's
this.
be objective. Is it worth watching the last? Two
Absolutely.
races?
Well,
Why?
simply because I want to be right when Lewis Hamilton wins this race, because I said long time ago that he would win Brazil. But yeah, and that's the beauty of motor racing, which is half of why I got into it, thanks to Ev's support and particularly Drive to Survive, is
It's not about the winner.
It's not about the winner, but it's also not about just the racing, right? And it's not about the season. It's actually about all these little things that happen. And again, like being somebody that was such a novice to it all, coming in and going, oh, lap after lap, it's a bit boring. But then you go, there's a whole narrative behind the strategy, and there's a whole narrative between how number one and number two driver go together and what teams should be doing well versus what they won't. So I guess that's the best thing. And that's the best thing about sport in general, is the unpredictability of sport. That's why people consume it.
Exactly. It's always more about the story than
That's
the
right.
actual
And there is
game.
always shit happening.
Yeah.
And we talked about how amazing Brazil is with regards to, not only country, but as a track and what's happened there. It's a wonderful spectacle to watch. I fuck Abu Dhabi. I couldn't care less about that race, if I'm being honest with
to
you.
me,
It is
Brazil
actually
and Japan always feel like the last race.
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
Brazil.
yeah. And look, to be honest with
Or
you,
Mexico.
like that's why last year, like nobody gave a shit about the Abu Dhabi race except the fact that a championship was going to be
Exactly.
decided at the race, right?
It was really unusual for that to even be so close.
yeah, that's right. I don't
they
know
got
what he's-
lucky last year,
I
and I
mean-
think
Yeah.
that's probably what helped it explode this year.
Yeah, and they'll feel the impact of that for a couple of years. I think F1 will roll on with that for a while. Drive to survive effect, all that sort of shit. Like, it's great for the sport.
It's theirs to lose.
It is theirs to lose, right? And to Ev's point, to Sebastian, not Ev's. Ev was clearly against
Stefano.
it.
Oh,
No, but
Sebastian.
to Seb's point about investing in the growth versus kind of
Yeah.
doing what you probably could be with such a big platform. But no, look, I think, Lewis could still win a race, and this will be the first season he's ever not won one if he doesn't. So you
right.
want to tune in for that.
And he could win this week.
And he could win, absolutely. The fight for second in the championship is genuinely still really high. You've got Charles, George, Lewis, Perez, all kind of within remit. I don't know if mathematically George can make it still. No, he must.
He could, but
He
I
could.
don't think he's going to.
You got second in the drivers in the constructors championship still up for play. Like
That's the big
Mercedes,
one for me.
that's
I
the
think
big
it's
one.
a big deal. If Ferrari loses, it'll be really painful for
Yeah,
the
and then
Ferrari
you got your own little things like obviously Alonso's about to go to Aston Martin, so what he does against Ocon and everyone else, and Daniel, last week was his best race ever. He's still fighting for a future drive.
He's I'm not holding my hopes high. I'm just.
But
thinking
I
that
reckon
that
there'll be a
was
lot of
flash
people
in the
out there
pan.
that would go, I want to watch this race to see if Daniel's going to beat Lando, or I want to watch this
Yeah,
race.
I mean that's
yeah. So
that's an
you could
exciting thing.
find something to enjoy out of all of it. The danger will be if the race is boring.
Well,
I
Brazil
don't
is
think it-
really boring.
But Brazil,
Ev, what do you
go,
think?
mate.
It probably won't be because part of the reason why Mexico is so boring is that back straight's so long that it's anybody with DRS is just going to drive around you. So there's no real defending there.
Yeah.
Or you can defend until you get to that spot and then you're just done. So that's not the case in Brazil, and even the back straight's curved, so that's like a nice...
I love that.
And it's got a bit of undulation to it as well.
It's quite a lot of altitude change.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Not altitude change, but...
Elevation.
Elevation, as you two so eloquently put it. So who are you focusing on for the last two races?
Yeah, I mean...
he wants Lewis to win.
Yeah,
Come
I want
on.
Lewis to win.
He's got half a heart on just thinking about it.
It's a whole heart on, mate.
It's just tight jeans.
Imagine if Russell and Lewis have a Sebastian Vettel moment in Brazil, and then like Russell's winning the race, and there's 2 laps left, and Hamilton comes up and he's like, "Come on, George, I haven't won a race all year." George is like, "Fuck you, man! I've won.
Well,
I've never won a race."
What happened to George and Lewis's accent? They got really like
I don't know,
camp like really quickly.
Hello.
George drives by, waves his hand out there. George runs him off the track, claims ignorance. It wasn't my fault. It was Lewis's fault. But it's so 50-50.
Have you turned on him?
No, I'm still my man. He's still my man. I
The
find
internet has.
I know,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
find
I agree.
I actually found it a really interesting case study about how people turn on anyone in social atmosphere, because he's so often like clear about whether he's right or wrong. As soon as he's wrong once, he's now forever wrong.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's
He's
how the
always
internet
gonna be
works,
wrong.
mate. That's how
But
fucking social media
that's
works.
how social services work on a lower scale,
Yeah.
right? It's like so people want you to be wrong now because you're always
It's like
sure
when
of
you're
yourself.
on the sideline watching a footy game and like somebody makes one bad tackle and he's been doing it all day, ref.
Oh, you're rubbish, number 10. And ultimately, he only missed one tackle. He's the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want obviously Lewis to win a race.
So
Anything else?
last week, at Mexico, Toto Wolff came out and said openly that they were going to, if needs be, sacrifice one or the other driver
To get a win.
And they did, yeah. And he didn't. He was like,
specify.
the drivers know we don't care which one it is.
I don't know if the drivers cared, to be honest.
Lewis would care.
Well, wouldn't it be
can
interesting
you
if
can you
it's one of
imagine how
them-
much his ego is chewing him up right now? This guy went from one lap away from winning his 8th world championship last year,
never win
and
it
he's
again.
not won a race since. His ego, and can you imagine in Brazil where he's just been awarded a citizenship?
Honorary citizenship,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
No, look, if
Which
he's
I need
gonna
to
win
ask you guys about
he's
later.
going to win. If he doesn't win this weekend, like,
Well, he's not going to win Abu Dhabi.
obviously there's only 2 races left, but this, of all the tracks on the calendar, like we'll talk about it later, but he drives well. Just ask Alex Albon. He wins on this track,
Well,
no matter what.
yes.
All right. So, expensive expansion. Vegas ticket prices were
you
revealed
did put
this
it
week, but they also revealed just how expensive the Grand Prix will be. In fact, it's likely to be the most expensive in history. But good news, drinks are included.
For hospitality.
No, I think drinks.
No.
I've read. Look, there's very conflicting accounts, but I've read in one of them that General have drinks included in some areas. But again, I'll get to it. A lot of conflicting prices and statements. Standing prices start at $500 for a weekend ticket. However, these were only added after people complained about prices and that hotels had planned to purchase massive ticket blocks and repackage them into entertainment experiences ranging from anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million. However, ahead of tickets going on sale, it seemed that seats in the grandstand started at $2,500.
Yep.
And the only hospitality packages that were offered were listed at $10K. Now, that was on the F1 site. So if you bought tickets from the F1 site, that's what was available.
Yeah.
However, there's a million different ticket sites.
So I don't know
offering
how it works.
packages.
I don't know how it works across destinations, but so for instance, F1 would sell tickets. There would be an arm of F1, but then I also think they have
supply-
local ticketing
yes.
distributors,
Yes,
right?
they
So
do.
Ticketmaster, I
Yeah.
think it's Ticketmaster will do Australian
So
Grand Prix.
they'll get assigned certain things
Yeah.
and they can price it their
yeah.
way.
So F1 would charge their prices,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming they'd be your.
They were pretty
premium.
expensive.
Yeah.
And I had a look. I mean, it was already sold out. I had a look and I found different prices everywhere.
Yeah.
The lowest price I could find for anything was 1,600 Australian dollars.
Yep.
And that's $1,000 US. I didn't see any $500 tickets.
Yep. It's cheaper than Disneyland.
On top of this, room prices for hotels on the
Yeah,
strip
yeah, yeah.
have gone up at least, this is a week old, at least 300%.
Yeah.
And that's a week ago, so it's probably more now. Is this extortion,
Yes.
or it's just,
Yes.
or is it just fair price on demand scaling system because everyone wants to go to the
Look,
Vegas?
this is why, like, those with genuine tourism agendas from a country or city perspective pay a fortune for these events because they are worth so much to the economy.
Yeah.
But
And we know Vegas needs
But
the
is it
money.
extortion?
Sure.
Well, no, because it's supply and demand, right? Like, there is such a high demand for this product. First time this race will be in Vegas, and it's Vegas. I mean, like, I'm going to look at you square in the eye right now. You'd consider paying it.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
I would consider paying it. The only reason I didn't look into buying anything is just like to get up at the time and sit in an online queue like that.
Oh, yeah.
Really puts me
the
off.
ticket buying stuff
I
sucks.
don't want to do that. In
But if
fact,
somebody came to you, like a scalper, and said, I mean, you wouldn't give them fucking $5,000, would
if
you?
everyone
Well, you
came
would.
to us and go, "Hey guys, we've got a hotel room for you at the Wynn, and we've got grandstand seats for you for the three of you, but it's going to cost $30,000 for you to attend."
I'd be like, we'll put it under the business.
I'd put it on the business.
Like,
I'd go, look, I just need to go to the bank and get a business credit card.
Yeah,
and a loan. No, but obviously that would be too much. But it's a pretty unique experience. Like, because if it goes well, obviously they'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, it's a short-lived thing. But it's the first time
It will
they've
go well.
ever
Of course,
raced
it's going to go well.
It's already gone well.
Absolutely.
It's already sold out.
And you don't go to Vegas just for the F1. You go to Vegas, you're like, fuck it, I'll tap on 4 days and sit in the Bellagio casino. And
So I've been warned that I was warned that 4 days was too long in Vegas. So I said, it's fine. We're going to have a night or two off. And they're like, no, you're not. I was like, no, we will. Didn't.
yeah.
Oh my God! Never go for longer than 2 or 3
you don't
days
need
because you don't sleep. But it's everything. It's going to be like when the Simpsons do Radioactive Man. Everything is just going to suddenly go up in price. So ultimately, it's going to be an expensive weekend. So not if you can afford to get.
What did you say? Radioactive Man?
Radioactive Man episode in the Simpsons?
Your memory
They
of the
bring
Simpsons is scary.
Hollywood come to town and they start just putting Hollywood.
You want
taxes
horses,
on
you got to get
everything.
cows.
Yeah. Oh, there is now a leaving town tax, so you got to pay $1,000 just to leave.
Can I just give you some credit? I can't remember what episode it was, but you have managed to somehow drop Simpsons references in throughout, right?
I do a lot. That and
The
wrestling.
one that you did when you made out about Bonotto leaving, and he's like, Monopoly, the monorail one.
monorail
Yeah.
Okay, Ev. Do you think this is fair? You know.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Forget what you're prepared to pay. Have you
Or
seen
what you can pay.
Have you seen anything like this in the past where prices just absolutely skyrocket based on how popular it's going to be?
I don't. Did the prices skyrocket? Weren't they just released at this?
I'm just saying.
price?
I'm just saying.
No, he's right. Ev's right.
Sorry. Compared.
Yeah.
This isn't demand.
This isn't what happened at Silverstone.
No.
Sorry, no. This is not.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I don't, when I say prices skyrocketing, I mean based on a prediction of how popular it's going to be. The price of the tickets are far more expensive than almost every other F1, and obviously it's going to be popular, but. Are you cool with that, or would you rather F1 have their set prices for their races, and then hotels can do what they want, VIP packages can do what they want?
I think
I'm all for VIP packages being expensive. Make it an amazing experience. Great, make that as expensive as you want. But to get a general admission ticket,
I think this is going to be like the Fire Festival. Like somebody's going to get.
Oh, what a reference!
Pay for. A dinner package or something, and it's going to be like a ham and cheese untoasted sandwich,
Heated
and like
up
a
fish
tiny
cakes or
bottle of
something.
like Diet Coke or
the
something.
food in Vegas.
I love
is
it.
abysmal. Like it's
but,
abysmal.
But this is, guys, this is what you pay for, right? Like these are in-demand destinations.
Okay,
that
here's a question:
Yeah.
Monaco or Vegas? Both are equally expensive.
I'd take
right?
Monaco.
Take Monaco.
Yeah.
Ev?
Yeah, Monaco.
What if the Vegas race next
Depends if it was
year
raining.
is one of the best races that's ever been raced? Would you still?
Well, I don't know enough about the track to know whether or not, from an F1 perspective,
if it's a street circuit, which it is.
Well, they're both street circuits, right? But
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
say Monaco, and you can walk around Monaco. Whereas I don't think knowing.
Well, there's nothing
I
else
mean,
to
you can walk around
in
Vegas anyway.
Yeah, but not really outside of the strip. And it's America, so walking anywhere is already like 3 kilometers that way and 3 kilometers that. So it's like you're not going to walk around or absorb any culture and.
Culture
I don't
of
know,
Vegas.
Mate. You can
but
walk
in Monaco,
you can walk into
Yeah,
Paris,
agreed.
then you can walk into like Venice, then you can walk into
that's
New
right.
York.
It's-
What are you talking about?
There's a pyramid there.
There's casinos.
Oh, right. You're talking about the Vegas Strip.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. That was straight over
No,
my
but
head.
it's like if it was one of the best races we've watched in the last few
But we
years.
wouldn't
With
watch
that-
it. You'd be sitting in a grandstand.
I agree with Ev.
on a
Okay.
home straight where nothing happens, and then
Ev's just sold the F1 Live product.
Yeah.
Turn up to a race,
Yeah.
you see
What
it.
if you had a
for
good
like 55
spot,
times,
if you had a
I'll
good
see a car go like this, and
What if
that's
you
it.
got a good spot in one of the hotels looking out your window? You had like your friends.
Can you
I
imagine?
wouldn't- I
Can you
wouldn't
imagine
be
all those
watching it.
people that were had the before they announced somebody that got inside word
Yeah.
that the F1 was going to be
Yeah,
on
this
Vegas
is-
and they
this
booked
is
a
the-
hotel
the
room.
Kramer,
I tried
Kramer
this.
having the hotel room for like New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah. So
Wasn't it 1999 or something, and he got it like 1 year off?
He got it like 10 years ago.
Brilliant.
So I planned on doing that. I was going to book a weekend in one of the hotels on the Strip with 4 people, and we all book a weekend each. Then we just cancel the 3 that aren't the weekend of the race.
Yeah.
Right? But you couldn't. They didn't.
Oh, they got cancellation. They got blackouts.
You just couldn't book that far ahead.
Oh.
So only now can you book that far ahead.
yeah, okay.
So that's kind of what happened. Now,
But like for instance, we would have we would have known before the 2023 calendar for the F1 came out that
we knew weeks ago.
we knew no, but I'm thinking Melbourne, right? Like
Oh,
we
right,
would have
yeah.
we would have probably been able to guess what weekend it was on in April.
Yeah, of course. But
we
then the prices don't fluctuate there as much.
Yeah.
But
Anyways-
now Vegas does work on a demand system in their hotels. Like,
But all do.
Yeah.
Like all hotels, like particularly those big chains work on dynamic pricing now,
exactly.
right? Like, but anyways, so the question is it too much? Ask me that this time next year, right?
Okay.
Because it'll either be worth it or it won't be, and people will not pay and go again if it's not worth it.
Oh, exactly. All right. Where are we up to?
You tell me.
Yeah, we've done that. Sprint race split. This week, both Hamilton and Verstappen had something to say about the expanding format for 2023 of the sprint qualifying. The calendar year will see a total of 6 sprint races, and while Hamilton looks forward to the change, Max has denounced it, asking, "What's the point? Everyone in high positions just plays it safe anyway." Hamilton said it's a nice change in the format, but they need to be very selective about what tracks they choose to ensure lots of overtaking. Must have been listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
Such a
That's what I
cunt.
said.
If you were like the
Hold on. Something which we obviously mentioned earlier this year about the tracks. We have discussed this to death, so I don't want to go on about it. But my question today
We don't go
is,
on about anything.
what do you guys predict will be the result of having had 6 sprint races at the end of 2023? Will it be continued and considered a success, or will we get to the end of the year and go, what a waste? Ollie. No, actually, let's start with that. Let's
Okay,
start with that.
go.
The only time a sprint race has been effective and entertaining in that sense, and had a material effect, was last year's Brazil when they, Red Bull spend $2 million and get a slap on it. They get to pay a bribe. Lewis was 0.2 of a millimeter with his rear wing,
With
and he
his
got
wing.
sent to the back. And at that same race, Red Bull's front wing wasn't within parameters, but they were given the opportunity to fix it.
Yeah.
Whereas Mercedes weren't for some reason. They could just take it off and put on a new rear
I
wing.
love that you've turned
It's a-
this question into
Yeah.
Well,
like
hold on,
another
just
slag
on that,
off
on
of
that,
Red Bull.
on that.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Red Bull's cost cap because we've done that to death. But I was also told it actually ended up only being 432,000 over the budget
After the tax
after
stuff.
the tax stuff. Yeah. So in the end, it's still possible that it.
So
was-
you saying Ev apologise?
No, I'm just saying let's not labour on that, but let's talk
Yeah.
about at the end of next year. Are we looking back, going, God, let's not do 6
No,
sprint races
they've never
again."
been effective except for last year because Lewis
Like-
came from the back of the grid
What
to
about-
like 5th, and then in the race he went from 5th and then
What
won
about
it.
Danny Rick in Monza? What about?
Do you
What
know
about
what? I don't
Silverstone?
fucking remember
Yeah.
what the sprints are. I've got a terrible short-term
Oh,
memory.
So, Ricardo had an amazing sprint at Monza and ended up second on the grid, and because of that, he ended up leading the race.
Wait,
and
this
winning.
year?
No, last year.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
like-
right. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're on Max's side here, denouncing them, get rid of them.
As I was saying, he it's a bit like what's your
my
mate,
email. Which one?
George Russell,
no.
Nico Rosberg,
not
Lewis
Nico,
Max Verstappen.
old mate, and he
Nelson
drove for
Piquet.
Ferrari.
I'm just throwing out every.
Kimi Raikkonen.
Kimi
I've
Raikkonen.
got a lot of mates.
You'd be
in
like,
F1.
Max just giving like one-word answers. Like, can you please say something?
He
that,
did give it. He gave it.
He said, like, nah.
I briefed it. He just. No, he said. He gave it quite a long answer. He said, "What's the point? people tend to play it safe unless they're at the back because they don't want to
That's
ruin
true.
their position
He's
because it
correct.
ruins your weekend. So I don't see a value in it. The race to me is what's exciting. This only takes a bit of the excitement away.
I mean, if you ever watch like NASCAR
No.
before before a NASCAR race, all the drivers they go around and it's a huge redneck spectacular. None of those NASCAR drivers are like, "What's the point?" Like unless you're at the back, like what's the point?
But you agree with Max.
Where did you
I don't
just
agree
go
what-
then?
how
Where
he-
did
how
you
he-
fucking
But
end up-
you agree with him. Just
Yes,
be
I-
happy to agree with Max.
No,
Verstappen.
look, it's amazing.
He
He's
can't
trying
do
to
it.
get
He
away
can't
from
do
not
it.
fucking
You
agreeing
and
with
Max. are
He's
too
a
busy.
virgin. We all heard it.
You're too busy to report, mate. Oh,
Do you want my honest? Honestly, I think they'll end up going to every race will have sprint. But it would be really disappointing. I'm with Lewis from the perspective they need to be really considerate about the choice.
So with
I think
me.
it should be every race.
So
well, it's either every race or it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually quite like the format.
Oh, would you like us to ask you? What do you
No,
think?
no, I'm just saying. I like because we've spoken about it before. I like the idea of having on the right tracks. That's it.
Yeah, on the right tracks, fine.
Again, Lewis is obviously an avid listener because he took that from us. We said that 6 months ago.
Can you
But-
imagine how offended Lewis would be if he'd ever listened to half the stuff that we'd said?
Well, he'd be offended to a third of the stuff, if you know.
The guy over in the corner.
Lewis is a big sports star. Rolls right off his back. Another Simpsons reference. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good.
Okay. Well, I don't. I don't.
I hope they
think-
bin it.
I don't think they will. I think everyone will be
Can I
happy
just
to have it.
I'm going to say the same thing I've said every single time we talk about this.
Because we need to hear that.
Yeah, yeah. Do the sprint races, but reverse the order.
Okay. I think get rid of the sprint race and put Formula W on instead.
W Series. You can
Yeah,
never
W
get that
Series.
right.
Formula W sounds better.
It does sound better.
See, the CEO of that was like, I know everybody like mistakenly pronounces it as Formula W.
Sorry.
And it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she
But
didn't care.
But
Like,
that's
she's
actually
like,
that's
"Oh,
like,
it's
that's
fine."
that's the best thing for them. They
Yeah.
should want that
Yeah.
affiliation
Or
with
W
the Formula.
Formula.
But can I? No, Formula W. Can I?
Dub
Can I?
What if they did like the women's team and then wherever they finished, then the next day was the men's race and then so the
that'd
women
be great.
qualified for the men?
So basically, Formula
W.
W, is that right? Is it what?
No, it's W Series. You
W
fucker.
Series.
Like-
W Series is no longer the W Series. It is part of the F1 system. right?
Absolutely. The same as
And-
when they changed
And
GP2.
Red Bull has the woman and everything, like their woman driver and their car.
Nelson Piquet's daughter.
So they go in and they race, like Ev said, and that is your grid lineup for Sunday.
Yeah.
And
Or vice versa.
and the
Sorry,
men-
hold
Like,
on.
imagine if it was
Am I
vice
understanding
versa.
this properly? You're saying that the
Okay, so the guys qualify. The women then race on that grid, and then the result of that race is then where the men line up on the grid for Sunday's race. Just
there's a lot to
I should
unpack
be
in this.
I should be in
Hey, just very quickly,
That's great. I love that.
and this don't cut this out because it's a genuine question.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not going to be offensive.
finger
Have
is
you finished
hovering
what's
over the
Verstappen?
button.
No, we got one more.
Oh,
But ask it.
can I? And I know you didn't want to talk cost cap, but because we are
Hmm.
talking Formula W or W Series, can I just have a moment to have a bit of a rant?
Let's wait till the end of
Have
what's
you
Verstappen,
not
I'll let you
had
do it,
a rant?
I'll let you do
but
it.
it's about W Series.
All right.
No, we'll get there. I'll put it as Ollie's rant as its own section.
No,
after
I'm going to
this.
go now.
Okay, go
I'm,
now.
I'm breaking the rules. Can we talk? And I know you didn't want to talk cost cap, so I'm not going to talk cost cap. And I'm sorry if this was in your notes.
I know what you're going to talk about.
Is it in your notes?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Can we just talk about how fucking pathetic Christian Horner is to come out and say that the FIA should take that money and invest it in the W Series?
Oh, I do agree with him.
I didn't hear that.
But sorry, you don't get to fucking make a mistake, get bribed, get away with it, or get penalised for it, and
love
then
how
get
I've-
to stand
I've
up
turned
on
it
your
into a
fucking.
bribe.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say bribe. But you don't then get to stand up on your fucking high pedestal and say, well, they should do something good with that money. Fuck off, mate.
I mean, I do kind of agree with them though, so because it's like
Yeah, but what if you do it, Christian? If you can,
He has
if
lots
you,
of money.
If you
all
can,
the teams should be doing.
but that's what I mean.
Haas, but you know, like,
but it's not. Look, I don't disagree with what he was saying. I'm like, yes,
why he was
absolutely,
saying
because
it.
we spoke about that.
Yeah.
But who are you to be the one to come out and suggest that, like, oh well, you know,
Might
like,
have
with
been
all
Lance
of our good
Armstrong.
intentions,
might
you-
have been Lance Armstrong when he got caught. He's like, "Well, I'm doing all I can now to stamp
live strong.
out this cheating."
yeah,
Okay,
oh
mate.
yeah. But no, I just thought. I
Give
thought,
me all your
come
drugs.
on. Like if like. somebody else came out and said that, I'd be like, yeah, fair point. But for Christian Horner to come out and say, it's like, that guy is the king of fucking spin.
Do you know what good the Steiners should do? They should come out and pledge like $1 million to the W Series. And then that would make all the teams go, I guess we better do it too then, if like Haas have done.
But why doesn't, but I don't, again, this is why it needs to be wrapped into the Formula One
all the
family,
W Series
the Formula
teams should
family.
be part of those
agree.
teams. I know they probably can't afford it, but treat it as
Can't
a cost
afford it, man. Christian Horner
I-
spent $2 million thinking that, oh,
$467,000, whatever it was.
mate. You've changed your tune.
Well, I don't know.
Fuck you.
I don't understand what a tax credit is. I don't get how that changes it. That's just what I've been told.
Got to make money to know how to pay tax.
Yeah, I get to pay tax to pay.
yeah.
I do pay my tax. If anyone from the ATO is listening, I pay my tax
Good for
all
you.
the time.
Look, Josh over here in the corner's clapping for you. He's very happy for you.
We'll
Long time listener, first time caller.
we'll press on then.
The only thing I care about is your format.
Oh yeah.
Your mics work really well.
Yeah.
And they
Josh
are
has been
working
very
fantastically.
kind to. Actually, can we give? I'm going to give a plug.
Yes, as a
Still Ampel? Yeah.
official
Still,
sponsor.
I just wanted to make sure you hadn't rebranded or something. Yeah, he pays his
official
taxes.
sponsor of today's podcast.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Ampel, Level 6, 11 York Street, Sydney.
Australia.
Yeah,
New South
come check it
Wales.
out if you want a green screen, or you want a studio, or
Podcast
you want somebody
studio.
to do some damn good fucking content
Radio
for you.
jingles.
Radio
Podcast
jingles,
jingles.
TV series. Josh and I know each other because we did a TV series together. If you guys are looking for somebody to do all this shit for you, doesn't matter where in the world you are, give them a call.
Hey, if you need a jingle writer too, Ev's a pretty good jingle writer.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a jingle writer.
Yeah.
All right, well let's press on. Last subject. Oh well, it'll be in the episode, mate. So,
yeah.
so if you listen, you'll hear it. So last one for what's Verstappen. Ev, you can. This isn't so much of a question, so feel free to just throw any comments on this. Excuse me.
Sure.
Vettel helmet face space.
Wow.
Vettel has revealed how fans can get involved with his final helmet design of his
like
F1
it.
career.
Yep.
As we know, Vettel has his last ever career race in Abu Dhabi, and as a send-off, is giving fans the opportunity to feature on his helmet design. There will be an auction with 100% of the proceeds going to a cause and a project close to his heart, which he is yet
Climate.
to announce. The top bids will win a photograph slot on Seb's helmet. So let's hope that he gets a few close-ups on his helmet on the final race. But you can get your face, essentially. We could get the idiots of F1 on his helmet if we had the highest bid. We're not going to get
Oh,
the
is
highest
that? Oh, you got a bid.
yeah, it's one of those
I tuned
auction
out.
things. So it's
Yeah,
a
okay.
charity thing.
That's
so
cute. I like it.
Any of our listeners got a lot of money, you can bid to get your face on his helmet. Better yet, save that and invest in this podcast.
Can I? Because you asked us to comment,
Yes.
and given that's not a question, can I put a question back on you two? Is if you could design Seb's last helmet, what would be the key feature of it? What would you put on
Him
his
crashing into Mark Webber. With like tires flying and smoke. That would be my. So him and Webber on one side, and then him and
Yeah, cool.
Charles on the other side doing
Very good.
exactly the same thing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Ev?
I would have it. It would be the pattern of one of those children's play mats. That's
Yeah.
like of a road,
Where's this going?
and it just have that
Oh,
as
that's
like
cute.
the helmet.
Yeah,
Oh, so
that-
you
that-
actually being genuine. I didn't know where the fuck
Now
you're
you
going
know.
with that. I
So,
was a
so
bit
for
worried.
those who don't know, that you can get these children's play mats, which are like
Yeah, they're
a
awesome.
village with like roads you
Yeah,
can
and you
ride
play
to.
cars on
Yeah,
it.
I like that.
do that.
Awesome.
Very good.
What would you do, Ollie?
But it has
Oh.
to be the actual.
Actual, it's like the actual fabric of the
Yeah,
mat on
yeah,
top of the helmet.
yeah. I want it to be like no aerodynamic benefit
What
whatsoever.
Yeah.
can it have? Little cars like Matchbox cars.
Yeah,
on
like
it?
Stuck
high
on
school
it.
high.
Yeah. High school.
Like
very
a
good.
rhinestone
Cowboy.
Whoop,
You
whoop,
guys,
whoop.
your references are scary. I don't know where you
I
are
don't know
sometimes.
many people who remember High School High.
High School High.
It's a John Lovett's comedy about taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah. The,
Yep. Yeah. I like
begging
it how
for
you
sex.
guys intertwine that stuff. I do like
Just,
it.
it's part of my job, mate.
Yeah.
It's not my job,
Yeah.
but you know. What's your design?
He does it for
Honestly,
free.
The irony of me apparently supposed to be relatively creative. I can't think. I don't know. I asked that question to deflect.
Another design I just thought of.
Oh yeah.
It's the German flag wrapped around his helmet.
Surely he's done that.
No, hold on. I
Oh.
haven't finished, right? On the yellow strip.
Is it
it's
eating
him-
the Polish
on the yellow-
flag or
on
something?
the yellow strip, it's him driving his Red Bull car. On the
Oh,
red
yeah,
strip,
that's cool.
it's him driving his Ferrari.
Ferrari.
And on the black, it's him driving his Aston Martin.
That's cool.
Just a little.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
career
Nice
on it.
little
Anyway,
nod.
think
Yeah.
about it, Seb. Fuck the photos, mate. Just take.
Just take our bid.
All right. And I guess you'll see your face on the helmet, but you'll have to be paying Attention! Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week, and I'm going to give it over to Ollie to introduce this segment.
But I kind of flagged that today's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, you're going to make me pay.
No. I just thought because we're not rolling off the back of a race weekend where usually our Hush You Been Paying Attention quiz is split. I'm going to use this opportunity to actually start with some true or false, and then we're going to roll into our standard format. So, what are you taking a photo of?
Our
Yeah. All right.
Our face on a can.
So again, going back to kind of the core purpose of why we started this podcast in the first place, which was, this education pillar for lack of...
Edutainment.
Edutainment. I love that.
Infotainment.
No, edutainment. I've never heard of that.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
It's what they call kids shows that explain mathematics, but in an education, like in
Sesame
a fun
Street.
way. Yeah.
Oh, I love
Four,
that.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Okay,
10,
there you go.
11,
Angles.
So we need to change ours from I think our tag is inappropriate humor or something like that, but maybe we'll change it to edutation. I like it. Anyways, so we're going to use this opportunity to continue to educate our wonderful listeners about this amazing country of Brazil, because obviously that's where we're at this weekend. So I've actually got 10 true and false questions for you guys.
About Brazil.
And then, about Brazil. And then we're going to roll into our quiz. So here's where things get a little bit contentious, and Digby's already flagged his concern about it. But the winner of true and false gets a point added to their tally, and then the winner of the quiz gets a point added to their tally. And as it stands, it's...
Sorry, I thought you were going to say added to our final tally.
Yeah, to the tally. Yeah, so it's 15 to 13 to you,
So
Diggs.
it's a sprint qualifier.
But it could be...
This sounds a good idea.
So this could be 15 all by the end of today. I don't have high hopes, but it could be because, Ev, you kind of have found your way back and then you fucked up. And anyways, so we're at 15,
Can't
13.
cheat today.
No,
But
that's
it's never
right.
helped
You're on.
me. I don't think it's ever helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
It's actually made you worse.
Yeah. All right, so there's 2 points up for grabs here, gents. So starting with true and false.
True.
So here are the rules first, though, right? The first in obviously gets a swing at the answer, but if you get it wrong, you lose a point.
Yes.
All
brilliant.
right,
I love
on the
this.
true and false, because that stops
we're
you.
learning. We're learning.
Yeah, we're learning. Yeah, I'm evolving. All right, so if you get it wrong, you lose a point. Obviously, this is kind of like a speed eating entree, gents. So
We're live on Instagram, by the way.
are we?
Do you want to say hello?
Hello, everybody out there. Welcome again. Double welcome. It's like Inception. All right, so here we go. Ev, can I get your buzzer, mate?
Portuguese tart.
Oh,
Is
and I
there-
love
they
it
speak
because
Portuguese?
can I just jump
They don't
back?
eat Portuguese tarts.
A couple of weeks ago, Ev was in Adelaide and we had Portuguese tarts and we enjoyed them greatly.
What is a Portuguese tart?
Is that a joke?
No,
It's
no,
good-
I,
It's a custard-filled filo pastry. Do you seriously not know what a Portuguese tart is?
no.
Oh, fuck
I
me.
thought it was a
All right.
hooker.
But you'll know a Simpsons reference from like 40 years ago. Okay, what's your buzzer, Digby?
I didn't think of this.
Same.
Carnival.
Carnival?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brazilian. Fair enough. All right.
Does you know what carnival is? Ollie?
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first, this is true and false. If you jump in first and you get the answer wrong, you lose a point. The life expectancy of Brazilians is 75 years old.
Carnival.
What you got?
True.
Yeah, well done. It is true. Is that quite frightening? I was
I would've
quite...
thought
That's the
I thought
average
it'd be
age for a
lower.
man in Australia.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I thought it'd be
No,
lower.
No,
used
life
to be.
expectancy of an Australian
People
is
are 80.
83.
Yeah.
Is it now?
Yeah. Yeah. That's so young. 75 is so... Anyways, whatever. All right, next one. 1-0. Brazil has 300 airports. This is one...
False. So it's got 400
How did you fucking know that?
because I am doing the preview of Brazil today.
Oh.
And that was one of my. Now it's been used.
400 airports. Can
400
you believe that? I
How
should
is
get
it
you
a round number though? That's
Yeah,
I
so
think it has.
that's not possible.
I don't
No.
know.
It was a perfectly round number, at least
No.
based on the internet. I should get you on a technicality for not using your buzzer. Right, question 3.
No.
Sao Paulo is the smallest city in Brazil.
Portuguese tart.
What do you got?
You're not going.
Is it the smallest city in Brazil?
Do you mean like a city is in its
What
population is
Yes. Good,
within
good
whatever.
technicality.
I don't know any other cities.
What,
We
like-
can assume
like Rio
there
de
are other-
Janeiro or Brasilia.
Yeah, no, I know them. I guess I'll have to say true, and I think that's the wrong answer.
Well, you're right about it being the wrong
There you go.
answer.
I thought it would
so
be.
you start with a -1.
So what? Who gives? I'm over this already.
It's the largest city in the southern hemisphere.
Really?
So yeah, it's got 12.5 million people.
Jesus.
Yeah. Right. Rio de Janeiro was once the capital of Portugal. I mean,
Portuguese start. Yeah, true. Was Brazil ever known as Portugal by the Portuguese?
No. But you're right, and this is a real head fuck.
Oh, I did not know this, by the way.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's 50-50.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
can claim
yeah.
I'm right. I'm not.
I didn't guess because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But it's the only European capital to ever be located outside of Europe. So I don't actually know how it works.
Maybe it was still like a capital
But it was obviously
before
still part of the.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but isn't that
Because it
super
always
weird?
weirded me out that they speak Portuguese in Brazil, but
Yeah.
not.
Well, it's the
anywhere
number one
else.
language in
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There
Back
you
to
go.
0.
Back to 0.
0-2, 0-1,
Yeah.
2-0.
2-0.
Brazil was the only independent South American country to not send troops to fight in World War II.
Carnival. True.
I think that's true.
Well, it's wrong.
Oh.
It's wrong.
They got the Nazis in the end.
The Brazil?
Yeah.
Which war are we talking about?
Yeah. So they did send people.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm.
Yeah, okay.
1-0
yeah,
then.
Yeah.
1-0.
Yeah.
So, no, I stood
No.
by my answer. Yeah.
2. He's on 2.
Yeah, so I'm
You're
now
on-
-1. I lost a point.
You lost
so I
Oh,
got
were
it
you,
wrong.
I thought you were on 3.
No.
Terrible.
No,
terrible.
we cut that one out.
Oh, yeah,
remember?
okay. All right, it's 1-0. We cut one out. Brazil is the world's largest exporter of coffee.
Oh,
Portuguese
Carnival.
True.
Well done.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love my coffee, so
dunked-
thank you,
I dunked
Brazil.
him. Son, I dunked him.
It's amazing. There's no internet delay. I
No,
can watch
you-
to see who was going
You
first
can-
on that one.
There's no contention.
Yeah.
You got excited, and that made me forget what my
Yeah.
buzzer was.
I couldn't remember
So
mine.
now,
mine?
Ev has to play a game here in terms of do I risk being wrong and losing points, or do I because it's 1-1. Right, here you go. The most popular name in Brazil is Eduardo.
Carnival. False.
I think it's false as well. I would-
He
Is it
he's right.
Jesus?
Yes!
Is Jesus
No.
the most popular?
Do you, just out of curiosity, do you know what the
I don't know, Ronaldo.
Silver?
Oh.
Yeah, like Silva.
Like the silver,
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
not the
No,
color.
I was a Brazilian soccer fan back in the 90s.
Was there a
There was a silver in the
there was a De Silva?
Da Silva, yes.
Yeah.
Or was that Argentina, actually? I don't know.
Here we go, showing our true colours again. Right, last one. It's 2-1. You could still tie this up, Bev. Brazil, I almost said. Brazil shares its border with every...
Portuguese tart. I have nothing to lose. So I just thought if I get in, I have nothing to lose.
So what do you got, true or false?
Why?
You idiot?
Finish the question.
No? That's not how it
Now
works.
finish the question because I know
Okay.
what
Well, what did you get up to anyway? And I'll try
I
and
know
guess
the
what second
answer, so
one.
I'll finish
okay.
the question.
Brazil shares its border with every other South American country except for Ecuador and Chile. True or false? He's giving you a free hit at this one, Evan.
And I let you finish the question.
I think it's... Is it true? Because Patagonia's down there. And I don't know if that... I think it's true. I'm going to say
True.
true.
It
There
is
you go.
true.
Well done.
I'm trying to think
Yep.
of...
That's
the
10 countries,
southern
by the
end.
way, that it
Yeah.
shares its border
Well,
with,
it's very,
which is
it's a very
fundamental.
big country.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is.
It's all the
but
coffee.
still. So it's 2-all.
Being the number one exporter of coffee.
So
in the
you
world.
guys just completely ruled out that because
I mean,
I don't have.
technically it's
no, no, it's 2-all. It's 2-all.
But
All right.
we'll go with 2-all.
Okay, there you go.
We'll
Yep.
nullify that.
Yeah.
No points to
There
anyone.
you go.
So
Minus
just
a point.
wasted 10
So
minutes of everyone's time.
Have you
And,
downloaded?
learned.
a lot of my things I was going to talk about. So why don't we just strike that from
Google
this
the.
episode?
No, it's good
This is
Brazilian
such a bad
facts.
idea.
Yeah.
All
Right,
right.
here you go. Ready? Buckle up, boys. These are your usual questions. Okay. Focus is obviously towards the Brazilian Grand Prix this weekend. This weekend's race is somewhat of a milestone. How many races have been in Brazil?
Are we still doing the thing where
Like a
Digby
lot.
loses a point?
No. This is back to normal.
Carnival.
What do you got?
60.
Wrong. Ev, you got to have a crack?
I'll do it. What's that show? What's the show?
You
the
tell
game
me.
show?
That 70 show?
No, the game show is like.
Price is right.
Price
Yeah, Price Right. I'll go 59.
I'm so. This is when I get really concerned. I said milestone. How is 60 a milestone and how is 59?
'Cause
60 is as much as a milestone as 40
And I went-
or 30 or 20.
and I went
Is it
one
as
under,
much
so
a
I've
milestone
50,
as
isn't it?
50?
I cancelled him out.
No, because I was thinking, I was sure they had, because they started racing before then, but yeah, it's 50.
Yeah, it's 50. They've
Well,
had
'cause they missed a few-
49.
'cause
So
they
I'm
missed a few-
closest.
they
There you
missed-
go.
They
You don't
missed,
get it
they,
right.
missed they missed one or
close.
two from COVID as well, which
Anyways.
stuffs up my
Whatever.
Yeah, 1-0 to me.
whatever.
Uh,
It's nil all.
Fuck off, Ed. Who has won the most amount of races in Brazil?
Digby.
That's
Carnival.
not- oh.
Alan Prost.
Well done. Yep.
I would have said Senna.
Do you know how many?
6.
Okay, you've done your homework.
You
yeah,
see.
yeah. Yeah, well, no, he's done his homework. He's not
He-
looking
no,
at
he
it now.
doesn't.
He's done his homework.
No, it's because he writes for the show.
You could write for the show.
Don't want to.
No, this is my argument harking back to Mercedes versus Red Bull. You could spend more money.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, do you guys know, this is not for points, but do you know of the drivers on the grid who has the most wins in Brazil?
Isn't it Lewis?
And?
Sebastian.
Well done. Sebastian.
It's like I'm in the never-ending story.
Yeah,
Sebastian.
All right, it's 1-0.
1-0?
Yep.
Oh, 1-0.
All right, of the top 10 drivers at Brazil, as in, the top 10 who's won the most, how many are Brazilian?
What you start?
Yeah, what do you got?
So how many?
How many in the
Top 10.
of all races in Brazil?
Yeah.
For the top 10 that have won, how many are Brazilian? You can see him
Like-
doing the math.
3.
Well done.
I only know
I only know. No, Nelson Piquet.
Well, hold on. For half a point each, can you name those
Nelson,
three?
Ayrton,
Yeah.
and
one more. That's an extra point already.
who was it that I was thinking of? I already had 3. How have I forgotten one?
Quick.
Fuck.
5 seconds.
I knew it 5 seconds ago.
Can I guess?
No, because I know you know now.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I know. I just know that there's a third guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you get an extra point because you got 2 of them.
But yeah.
Fittipaldi is obviously.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking of
Who
it.
were you going to say?
How did I
Diggs?
guess 3 then? Because
I
I
forgot
only
it.
know 2.
Well, because then there's Felipe Massa.
No,
Oh,
I don't
maybe
know.
that's-
Yeah.
Anyway.
But he doesn't fall into the top 10. So it is
2-1.
2-1. 2-1. All right, well done. Okay, who is the most successful Brazilian F1 driver ever?
Digby. Carnival.
Boo.
What were you doing? I thought you were getting in on that. Yeah, it is.
I can't remember. I can never remember my fucking
That's like the
buzzer.
one. Yeah.
That's the problem. I keep saying
I
my
need
name.
an actual buzzer.
Yeah.
You moved your mic before you opened your mouth.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, that's the name of the game. 2-2.
Yeah, so he has had obviously 41 wins. How old was Senna when he passed away? Like, was he youngish or
he was 30,
kind of?
32, 29?
Yeah, something like that.
So how long would he was at peak of his career?
Oh, yeah, very much.
PK.
So you
that's
do
true.
wonder how many he would have won.
But then you could say the same thing about Seb after he won triple championships. And then
No,
he
I know
won
that,
another one.
but Seb had a choice to keep running, right?
Wasn't Senna on his way down when he crashed? Like Williams, he wasn't doing well with Williams, I didn't think.
Oh, no, the team itself wasn't great.
Yeah.
It wasn't him, though.
No,
Right.
I know. But, I mean, Vettel's not
That's
driving
2-2.
badly. No shit.
Please, can one of you get this fucking right? Because I don't have any bonus questions. I
This
might
is
go back
already
to
the highest scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Right, you ready? Name the top 3 constructors for race wins in Brazil.
Carnival.
Boo.
McLaren.
Boo.
Lotus.
You're out.
Oh,
So-
I was just going by
Ev?
Ev's logic.
That's
He always
a good-
guessed
Yeah,
Lotus.
That's a
that's
good-
what he said
it's
last
always a
week.
good one to
That's what
go
he
with.
said. Ev, you've got 2 to get.
So
You-
he said Williams.
No, I said McLaren.
Oh, sorry. I'll say Williams because
Yes.
that's the other most successful
Yes.
team.
One more.
God, I don't
I'll
know.
go Ferrari
Oh, he's won.
because
He's won.
Michael would have won several.
You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Well done. Well, you just won. You just literally. So you didn't. There was no true and false winner, but you have clawed back a point. So it is 15-14.
I'll take
And
it.
just a reminder for those that are
Take that.
listening: whoever wins at the end of this season,
Lewis will get
Get-
well-earned money from me.
yeah, because you did donate to you said
Donating
his
to
charity.
his charity.
Yeah. So the loser has to donate $500 to a
Who am I
charity of
meant
the
to be
winner's
paying?
choice.
Who-
The Westmead Hospital Children's
Oh,
Hospital.
but that's not ironic.
Well, it
There
is
you go.
ironic because I hate children.
There you
Oh.
go. Fucking hell. Right. Anyways, moving on. There you go.
right,
15-14.
okay,
well
well,
done, Evan. You're back in the game, son.
All right. Well, with that, 15 to me, 14 to Ev. That's like Hamilton winning Brazil this week. It's
That
just,
is. It's like getting. Yeah.
It's the script.
It
yeah,
is
it's
the
like I'm
script.
Ferrari or Mercedes. You come back and you should win.
Here we
Poor
go.
Ferrari, they've given up.
So this weekend, as we've stated many, many times today, we are going to Brazil.
I think everybody's learnt a lot about
Yeah,
Brazil
in
today.
fact, Ollie's actually covered a few of the things I'm going to talk about. It's known as the Grande Premio Do Brazil? I don't speak Portuguese.
You don't say.
I do. Held at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache in Interlagos. Most wins, Alain Prost with 6, and McLaren with 12 constructor wins. It is 4.3 kilometers or 2.67 miles, and it's a 71-lap track. It's actually inspired in layout by the Roosevelt Raceway in Long Island in New York.
Oh,
There you
my
go.
God.
A lot of information I didn't
It was
care for.
actually built as Brazil's first permanent autodrome in 1936,
Does
2
it-
years after motor racing.
Does it have its own
officially-
airport? Because they've got a lot of those going around in Brazil.
They do. They've probably got one right
Yeah,
next door.
yeah.
Well, they would need to because the drivers like to personally fly their planes.
Does that
right
include
up.
all of those, like, the drug landing strips that are in the middle of the Amazon? And they've got
Well-
to fly low and then, like, scoop down and get in.
Interesting, because 60% of the Amazon is in Brazil. So I imagine that's.
I thought you were going to say 6% of the Amazon has been cut down by Bolsonaro in his last administration.
Well, it was the first autodrome to be built. It was only 2 years after they actually started motor racing in Brazil, which they used as street track, and it was known for its tough, demanding as a circuit and many challenging corners, elevation changes, but it had a very rough surface in the beginning. Little room for error. Because of this rough surface and poor condition, it was moved to Rio. The first GP was held in 1972. Which Oli kind of alluded to earlier, but it wasn't part of the F1 World Championship. It was run as a test to show its capabilities outside of Europe. It was successful, thus the inaugural championship was held the following year and won by Sao Paulo's own Emerson Fittipaldi.
Howdy.
There you go.
So why couldn't you think
Double
of his
T,
name
double P.
before?
Well, I didn't get a chance.
Oh,
to do it.
right.
The GP
My
was
strategic going in there.
The
works.
GP
I
was
played-
moved
I played the
around, as
stage.
I said, due to the poor driving conditions often found at Sao Paulo, and it was also due to the increase of population. The surrounding area deteriorated.
It's got such a good view.
It does. And then the success of Sao Paulo's own Ayrton Senna meant that the city officials started working around the clock to revamp the Interlagos circuit so they could get him back. And the track was also shortened slightly at that time. So it returned in 1990 and has been there ever since. Memorable races include 2008, Hamilton becoming the youngest champion at the time. 2006, Schumacher falling to 19th place after a puncture and almost being lapped by the leader and ending up 4th in the end.
Very good.
In the last few years, Sainz got his very first podium here, albeit delayed. So the race had
Oh, that
finished.
was
Someone got a penalty, and then he
Yeah.
had his own little
Party.
ceremony with McLaren.
Has Max won there?
Yeah, Max won there.
Why wasn't that a question?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
There you
You
go.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also in the last few years, as including Sainz, last year Hamilton went from qualifying last to 4th in the sprint to eventually winning the race and climbing back in the title race to obviously lead to the huge finish in Abu Dhabi. The contract lasts until 2025. The official language is Portuguese, despite many mistaking it for Spanish. And prisoners are allowed to reduce their sentence by 4 days per every book they read while in prison.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's an incredible.
That's quite an incentive. I quite like that. I went through a lot of the statistics, a lot of which you read, but that was my
Can they
favorite.
read the same book 400 times?
I don't think so. I think you have to read a different book. You can't just
And it
read
can't be picture books there.
like-
you actually
yeah,
like-
yeah. you know.
What about an audiobook? I've listened to 400
yeah,
books.
yeah, yeah. I don't think you can read like Paddington goes to Wembley or something.
Max won the 2019 Grand Prix.
Yes, that's
There you
right.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the very first Drive to Survive.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
that's all information about Brazil. So knowing what we know, we're expecting a big weekend from Lewis.
You know what the weather's
Obviously,
gonna be like?
Max. Sorry,
Do we know what the weather's going to be like?
I do not know.
I did
haven't
see it was
heard
going to be
rain.
raining. Hold
Is it?
on. Let me weather map it for you. Where do we
They
say it
get-
was? Sao
They get
Paulo.
like tropical storms there sometimes.
Is it usually it's not usually a wet track though, is it?
No, not usually, but sometimes it can be horrendous.
Okay, there you go. So, are we jumping into Ollie's odds?
Yes, we are. So knowing what we know, let's go to Ollie's odds.
Right. I haven't done this for a couple of weeks, but I've been saying for months now that Lewis will win this race. So Lewis will win it.
One of these races
Yeah,
is going to
But
work
now
out.
we're here. I'm actually gonna go. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
Lewis is
Lewis
gonna
will
win.
win it. Then I reckon Carlos Sainz will come in second, and Perez in third.
Okay.
I think Max is going to DNF.
Really?
Yep.
Like first corner DNF, or like Lewis pushes him off the track on the 5th corner DNF?
No, I reckon Lando will push him off.
I would
I know.
love that.
I know. I'm just feeding your fantasy, mate. And fastest lap will be Lewis.
Okay. Evans Evans?
I'm going to say Lewis, George, and not Carlos.
Charles.
Okay. I just kind of forgot about Ferrari. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
I-
Wait, that's interesting that you're saying that,
I
because
actually
last
don't
week
think
you were
that's unrealistic.
adamant that they would struggle at high
Yeah.
altitude.
And they did last week.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to do any better this week. So
Okay.
I don't know why I
But
said
third.
and fastest lap?
that.
Carlos.
Max.
Okay.
Carlos.
Before or after his DNF?
Before. he'll get it on the first lap, and then it's kind of blow up.
Okay, so I also agreed that Lewis would win, and I think Max will come in second, very close behind, and
Interesting.
third will be Sergio Perez,
And fastest lap.
George Russell, because he's not going to be in the podium. So
He does do that a
He'll
lot.
change his.
He comes
tyres
fourth a
again.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are odds. So write that down and do exactly the opposite of everything you just said. It's going to be a podium.
No,
of
Lewis will win.
Lando, Daniel Ricciardo, and Alonso on the podium this week. Obviously, with all the DNFs. So we're really looking forward to Brazil. We've mentioned it a few times. It's going to be a good race. Fingers crossed. Usually, it's a
Better
good
be.
race. Obviously, it's not Vegas with lots of high rises and expensive tickets. So it's all about the race.
How are they
Enjoy.
gonna do that?
Yeah.
It's gonna be so
Any
bad.
any parting words? Ev, you're going to tell us about your song before we...
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to play one of Ev's songs known as Scorpio. It was immediately my favourite track before I listened to it because of the title.
Yeah.
What is it
Why?
Because a famous the
Simpsons.
villain that looks like me in The Simpsons.
Did you seriously write a song about a Simpsons villain?
No.
Oh.
Well, tell us what it's about, Ev. Tell us.
In a short version, please.
there's
Not
no
like
such
last
thing.
time. You went forever.
You've got a minute.
No, he's got 30 seconds. It's an elevator pitch.
All right. So the story was I heard of a friend who he was lonely and he took up dancing, like salsa dancing lessons to try to meet ladies. And got to the end of the class and like graduated. And the only girl who's
Was this Cam?
was the instructor. And he goes at the end of he plucked up all his courage and he said, like, she's like, congratulations, it's wonderful. I'm so proud of you. And he's like, we should
for a dance.
grab a drink and celebrate. And she said, that's a great idea. Let me just tell my boyfriend. And then she gets a boyfriend to come in, and he's like rugby league, like. And
Smart
this guy who I know, he's like a wimpy,
Sure.
Korean guy, and so I don't like the idea that he went and put himself out there just to get shut down, and I just thought it's a funny concept that if all those lonely people just got together instead of judging each other by how they look,
And how
then
lonely
you
they
would
are.
not be lonely anymore, because there's so many men and women out there who could just get together if it weren't for biases
Pride
or
and ego
or
and
Tinder
preferences
and
and-
yeah.
That really took a turn.
Rob
I
Thomas
like
once wrote a song, I Don't Want to Be Lonely
Was it
No
called
More.
Smooth?
That's a great song. All right, well, we'll let that song play out, and we bid you adieu as
Enjoy
our
the
one and
race,
only
everybody.
live.
Bye.
Obrigado.
We'll be back on Skype.
Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah, because
Back on
Abu Dhabi next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll have to do that on a Monday.
Can't wait.
Cool.
Only a few episodes left now, boys. Thank you, everyone.
Enjoy. Thank you, everyone. See ya. Play the song,
Josh.
Digby.
Play the music, Josh.
Play the music, Josh. Bye.
Bye.
The lonely boys are here. The lonely boys are here. Well, there's nothing left to say, and there's nothing left to do. There's nothing left to me to give to you. And I'll join the lonely boys where every member's blue. And I'll buy myself some leather and I'll dream of someone new. Every night, every day, alone.